the United States of America.
Andy.
Yes. Good sir. Ho! How does this night find you?
Very well.
This fortnight.
This fortnight. Yeah.
How have you been this fortnight?
Andy, I got to tell you, for those of you watching, you can see us.
Anybody who listens to this podcast is a damn fool, a coward, and a traitor to the colonies. You should watch it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You should watch it, is what
You
I'm
should
saying.
see our apparel today. Obviously, this episode is being released on the greatest holiday in all of the world, July 4th, American Independence Day. One of my favorites. Shout out to Uncle Sam. Shout out to the Bald Eagle. Shout out to George W.
Shout out to the flag.
Yes.
Shout out to the troops.
Betsy Ross.
Shout out to Betsy Ross. How about
and the
that?
Troops.
Betsy Ross. Great idea for who would win. Somebody for Betsy Ross. There's so many things to do with these. Luckily, I live 10 minutes away from a year-round costume shop.
Hell yeah.
Can you believe that that's a business model that exists?
So I texted you this morning,
Yeah.
and I said, Andy, wouldn't it be awesome if we could pay our respects to this great land we call home by wearing some colonial-ass costumes? What was the term I used?
Something like, I think it might have been that. Colonial-ass costumes.
And within a matter of minutes, Andy texted me and said, I'm on it. And damn, do we look good. I'll tell you what, if the cuffs are a little big, look at the size of this cuff.
No, the bigger, you know what they say about a man with big cuffs.
Look at the size of this cuff. Here, look at that. That's a full arm cuff right there.
See, these are the days when men were men.
Yeah.
Okay? And the cut of your jib was determined by the cut of your jib.
I should have brought my wooden teeth. I fucking forgot.
You can have the pipe if you want. I have
no cigarettes. They didn't have cigarettes. Yeah.
If only.
Yeah.
This fine herb tobacco.
Yeah. Should have shoved one in there so that it
shoved a cigarette in there.
Yeah. So that when you
I could try to put whatever's in those things into this, but again,
dust. Then we
just
dust out at you. Yeah.
Something like that.
Just sprinkle some dust in there. Oh, Andy, you look fantastic.
You as well.
I really do love the 4th of July. I'm a patriotic fellow, and nothing gets my blood pumping quite like cracking a few cold ones in celebration of America.
What's the most American beer? Is it Bud Heavy? They claim to be the most American beer.
Yeah, it probably is.
Mm.
I'm not a Bud Heavy guy.
Yeah,
I'll be drinking Michelob's, but right now the Michelob's do have the USA symbol on the can for USA Soccer.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but it just says USA. It doesn't say soccer on it.
Nice.
So it doesn't get. You know what? Bush Light.
You're absolutely right about that. I mean, my mind originally went to Keystone, but it's absolutely Bush.
Yeah, Bush.
100%
Bush Light. Maybe I'll drink Bush Light tomorrow instead.
Do you remember when they had the Bush Light where you could find like the can with the goldfish on it and you got like a free rack?
Yeah, they've done a bunch of different stuff.
promotion.
They did Keystone Light did the orange can, like it was like a deer hunting thing, and if you found the orange can, you got I don't know what it was. We found one once, but we were not of age.
Oh man!
So we just celebrated it in somebody's kitchen, and then that was all that ever. We probably got stomped out after that. Yeah, Busch Light's up there, I would say, for most American beer. They do the corn beers, which is always a staple around a little bit before, like in June when you're planting your corn. Their cans look like corn.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Which, by the way, I haven't driven past any cornfields lately, but that shit better be knee high.
If it's not knee high tomorrow, insurrection. Yeah. I'm calling it right now.
The Democrats,
the Democrats are shrinking our corn.
Fucking
God damn it.
That's where. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. It's all they're putting baby blood in the fields and stopping the corn from growing.
But I do love the 4th of July. I've got plenty of patriotic attire on deck, ready to roll. Are you a 4th of July guy?
I forgot that the 4th of July was tomorrow, so I guess not.
Did you know today was the 3rd?
Well, I put it together after I realized that tomorrow's the 4th of July.
Did you know before I texted you?
I guess in theory I knew, but
You weren't aware.
not really, not really.
So you got no plans.
Well, I have plans, but they're not 4th of July related. I'm actually.
You did tell me this. Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Well, you told me that you had a little surprise.
Oh, did I tell you?
Yeah.
Yes. So I've got this surprise for my wife. I'm taking her to this really, really nice place for like a little. It's like 40 minutes from her house, like a little close.
What
quick,
is it?
Quick getaway.
I guess you don't have to say
It's the lake house in Canandaigua, so it's like super.
I'm familiar.
It's really, really nice.
I almost went there last year.
Costs an arm and a leg. So I'm thinking that maybe I'll just roll up right, like wearing this and be like, bring my carriage around.
You've got a little bit, you're a little bit too butlery. You're not,
I am. It's like I'm
Yeah.
announcing people into a party.
Yes, yeah.
That's kind of my vibe all the time.
Yeah, you've got the, fuck, dude, what is that party that they that Dwight throws for Andy at his
Oh, yeah.
garden party?
Yeah, garden party.
And Jim writes the book
Yep.
that Dwight buys, How to Throw a Garden Party.
Oh, yeah. I've got
Yeah.
big garden party energy right now myself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I feel like if it starts to get hot in here, you can just flap.
Yeah. Dude, I got large cuffs, man. Getting caught on the microphone.
Yeah, maybe that's why they went out of style.
Well, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I will think of you while I'm celebrating the troops.
Thank you.
Yeah, I told a lot of that's my go-to line is I keep telling people freedom ain't free. So
right.
you really gotta celebrate the 4th of July. Remember why you can celebrate, Andy.
I'm sorry, I'm getting lightheaded blowing in and out of this pipe.
Yeah,
a little
stop.
bit.
Put the pipe down.
I can't stop.
Put the pipe down.
It's a wonder. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You think back, and you think about the Declaration,
Yeah.
and the secret treasure map on the back, and I mean, really, it brings me to tears. It really does. It sparks an emotion in my body.
Committing treason. That's what we're all about. Okay,
Yep.
this is first and foremost always been a treason podcast.
Yeah,
Supporting treason.
yeah.
Wherever it may find.
If they would have got caught, they would have been tarred and feathered. And my personal favorite had their insides ripped out and burned.
Man, we don't do stuff like that anymore. We're just not as creative.
People don't talk like that anymore.
People don't talk like people don't talk like that anymore. I've heard that they say that the colonial accent is probably the closest thing now to it is like a Boston accent. They think that that's what everybody sounded like back then.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. Imagine just a bunch of people sounding like they're from Southie.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do a Boston accent, especially not of like the Declaration. Boston, we the people.
Yeah, see that you're
It's
too
not
Ted.
quite-
You're too Ted.
To Ted?
Like
Ted
the movie?
Kennedy?
No.
Oh, Ted the bear.
Yeah, Ted the Bear.
Should have known.
Yeah, obviously. What was your favorite colony?
Oh my God. It's hard to beat old New York,
Really?
Old New York. But Virginia, there's something so romantic about Virginia as a colony. I feel like if you were back in the colonial days and you wanted to be in the shit, you had to go to Virginia. That was like the place to be back then. Because D.C. is pretty close to there, right? Philadelphia also, but Philadelphia, I think, has probably always been a shithole, as it was then, so it is now, that sort of thing. But it seemed like a lot of stuff went down in there. Obviously, the home of Silence Do-Good, so they got that going for them. But other than that, I still got to say Virginia.
I got to see, can you name all 13 colonies?
No. New York, Virginia, Philadelphia.
Why will not just
Rhode
It
Island.
doesn't just give me like a list.
What'd you Google?
What were the 13 original colonies?
Do a list of the 13 original colonies.
I did, but it
13 original colonies. Count 'em, shout 'em, yell out. It's definitely not count 'em because it says that there's 13. Yell all about 'em one by one. Oh no, that's where you name all the states. Which I could never do that song.
Try to name them.
All the 13 colonies?
Yeah.
Okay. New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's a city, dude.
Oh, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia. Fuck. Okay.
5.
Yeah, I got 5. I'm still thinking. Let's see.
There's a couple more obvious ones. There's one I don't think I would have got.
Rhode Island.
So there's
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Nice. I feel like they really not much. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
So that's 8.
No, that's 7.
Okay.
So you're over half.
That's pretty good. New Hampshire.
You're still missing some obvious ones.
Maine?
No. But you're in the right area. Remember, you got to go
Yeah,
down the
yeah.
East Coast.
Vermont?
No. You went high enough, but you're missing one. And then you hit New York, New Jersey.
Florida.
No. Then you hit New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But then you're missing everything below
Oh,
that.
the Carolinas?
Yep,
North and South?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're at 9.
Wow. I'm doing a lot better
You're
than I thought.
missing one up top
Geography's
and 2
always
in the
been my
middle.
worst subject.
Wait, maybe. Yeah, you're missing one up top and 2 in the middle. No, maybe you have 10.
I think I have 10.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the other 3 are.
Connecticut.
Fuck me. Fuck that shit.
You want to know the other one?
Connecticut. Yes.
Also, here. Think of where Washington, D.C. is. I mean, I know it's the district.
Oh, Baltimore. Or Maryland.
Maryland.
Fuck.
And then what's just below that?
That one, that's tough for me. Maine? I already said Maine.
That's way up there. The 2 you missed were Delaware, which is right above, and Virginia, which is right below.
No, I said Virginia,
Nah,
dude.
you didn't say Virginia.
Matthew.
You did say Virginia.
Of course I said Virginia.
Yeah. So then you're.
So I only
wait,
missed.
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. There's one more you're missing. It's the toughest of them all. But you went in order. You're missing the last one.
It goes. God. Come on. Give me a brain blast. Come on, Ben Franklin. I'm praying to Ben Franklin right now.
I mean, just below. Just below South Carolina.
Georgia. Yes! USA! 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 We did it.
Nice job, Andy.
Wow. I did a way better on that than I thought I would. Yeah, I didn't get all of them. I
don't think I
would
would have got Georgia.
I never would have gotten Delaware. I think maybe eventually I would have gotten
Delaware's
Georgia.
a tap-in.
Delaware,
Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, 3 tap-ins.
I got Virginia. I'm probably I would say Virginia. That was like the prime time to be in Virginia. Was back in those days. Now you live in Virginia. I don't really know what you got there. But back then, if you were living in Virginia, you were in the heart of everything going on. You were in the know. You knew what was happening.
I mean, in all of them, really. I think New York was one of the weaker spots. Because Massachusetts was heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
Pennsylvania was heavy.
Yeah, place was bumping.
Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, I would say were all heavy.
A lot was going on in Delaware,
Yeah.
if you say so.
Maybe not as much as the other places, but more than New York.
I don't know, man. New York's always been a trade center. There's so many lakes and shit. Think about that.
What
The
was
Great
going on
Lakes.
in New York back in the day?
Trade.
Nothing
Great
was
Lakes.
signed. There was no bells. Who came out of New York? Andrew Jackson?
Well, that would have been years later, and also I don't think so.
Who was the representative from New York?
Oh God, I wonder if it's. I hope it's not somebody who sucks. Give us a good one.
Signed the Constitution. People are probably like, these fucking dudes have no clue about American history.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't either. If they're listening right now, they have no idea either. Anybody recognizable?
The only New York member of the Constitutional convention to have signed the Constitution? There's one and one only. It's a great name.
John Hancock.
No.
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander
Yes!
Hamilton.
I should have gone with my
We
first
got
guess.
Hamilton.
Wow, we got Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Oh, I didn't mean to disrespect my station there with
Yeah,
my
I know.
crooked hat.
I know.
Woo.
Look at that. Woo!
Still looking
Doggy.
good. Still looking good.
Woo, doggy. How did I take this off?
Oh yeah, that's the
goes
thing.
back
You'd think you could put it on anyway, but there is a front and a back.
Is there?
Yes, there is. Because I tried. Here, hold on. I'll be able to tell. One of the points has to go in the front.
I think it's this point.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
you're right.
pointiest point.
Yeah, looking good. Wow.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look like a couple of Hamiltons right now, baby.
Couple of
Couple
Hamiltons,
of
baby.
Hamiltons. Couple of Hamiltons, fool.
What's your favorite line from the Constitution?
Oh God.
We the people.
Yeah, I mean, strong start.
Yeah.
Strong start. You know, I mean, think about like the essay writing classes from 7th grade. Like you gotta start strong
Gotta draw
with a
'em in
good
right away.
thesis, dude. A hook and a thesis. That's
Yeah.
what you need. That's what you need for any good essay. And it's been true since the beginning of
I
time.
should have brought my copy of the Declaration.
100%. 100%. Perhaps. If we have something here. If I may.
That's the paper that you printed my cipher on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hear ye, let it be known that
See,
today.
you're too far. That's what you are. You're too far back. You're at Monty Python right now.
100%. I can't stop it.
Yeah. That's what you are. You're
Okay,
Monty
so-
Python. Let me see. You got to get a little more British. That's the whole thing.
Do you need the glasses?
Yes, I do. I can't read. I couldn't possibly read
Yeah.
this without the glasses.
Try those.
I think
bad
Benjamin
boys, huh?
Franklin invented something like these. I think Benjamin Franklin invented those. Dude, I fucking look unreal.
You do look good. I cannot tell a lie.
We the people of the United States of America.
And to the republic for which it stands.
I have a dream. I don't know. I don't know how speeches go.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. You nailed it. I think one of the reasons I'm getting so yelly is because I've been watching this show called Shogun. Have you heard about it?
I have not.
It's like I don't know if it's gotten a huge buzz. It ended a while ago, so maybe people are off it now. But everybody was kind of saying it's like a Japanese version of Game of Thrones, which is kind of true in some ways.
I think I have heard of it.
It's based in like feudal Japan, and it's really, really, really good. But the one like
Is that on Netflix?
no, it's an FX show,
Oh.
but so you can watch it on Hulu or like Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's all the same these days.
Give me a headache. I do like them though.
They're great.
The spectacles.
But the one British guy in that show is like just screaming all the time. Like he goes from 0 to 60 often. He's like, because especially at the beginning, he like doesn't speak Japanese, so he's like, my crew, I need my crew, like stuff like that. And the guy is a great actor. It is a phenomenal show. And the thing I like about it is that no more seasons. This is done. They did 10 episodes. They told the whole story because it's based on a book, and they've told the whole story of the book now, and it's excellent. And this is what I think. I feel like I've said this before, but this is what I think needs to be done with TV. I think there's a huge opportunity here, and some folks aren't taking it. I think that what TV needs to become is do one really great season of television and then stop the show, do another show. Because basically, you have like a super long movie telling one story. It's awesome. And then go on. And I think that that's how you continue to make great television. Because think about, I feel like if Stranger Things had stopped at season 1, it would be one of the best shows of all time. Now, the last season was great. We know this. Vecna.
We're running up that hill. We're running up that places. You run up that road. Keep running there. Keep running there.
So the last season was great.
Banger.
And it's not like the other 2 seasons were terrible or anything, but they weren't as good. And
Yeah, you weren't a season 2 fan. I like.
I really didn't like season 2. I've gone on record saying I'm a big anti-season 2 guy. But I think if it had stopped after season 1, it would across the board be considered one of the best TV shows of all time. And I think that still, when people are making lists on like whatever the next version of BuzzFeed is or whatever, I think that it's always going to show up there, but it's not as deserving as if it had just stopped after 1 season. Especially because I like how that first season ends on a cliffhanger. And I like that for shows where
that pissed me off.
No, I like that. I like for things to end that way because it's like we're not seeing things anymore, but this universe is still continuing. That's what I like. That's what I do like.
But
it keeps it open ended.
What matters if it's still continuing?
Classic storytelling voice. It's just a fun little thing.
I have a couple questions. One, I have a bunch of comments.
I have a couple questions and a bunch of comments.
But I think that's like to your point, that's the problem is how do you end a TV show? Like, it's the hardest thing to do. Nobody ever is like, wow, the ending of that TV show was great. People are always like either pissed that they left us on a cliffhanger or like, how is that how they're going to end it? It's the hardest thing to do is end it.
Especially the more people love the show.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, prime example.
Now, to my question, do you think that how much do you think that season 1 of Stranger Things had to do with the success of Netflix and like where they're at now with like the amount of Netflix original content that they produce?
I mean, that was the first. That was I think a ton. That was the first Netflix original that everybody I knew was binging, everybody I knew was talking about. It also was the first show that exposed one of the massive benefits of Netflix because it premiered like months before the whole country started watching it, but it was still sitting up on Netflix waiting for people to discover. Suits, obviously wasn't Netflix original, but kind of benefited from it being on Netflix in a similar way.
Are they the Suits movie? Did I hear that?
I don't know. They might be.
I like Suits.
It sounds like they could be. Did you watch Suits? Did you watch like the whole thing?
I think I tapped out around like the 4th season.
I never watched it.
There's a point where it just like it loses its oomph. Like, you can only have Mike walk in there and be like, there's a problem, and Harvey be like, okay, let's find it. And then Mike's trying to bang Meghan Markle, and Harvey's, doing whatever. And like,
yeah.
But I do like the early seasons of that show. I watched that movie Hitman.
Oh, dude, me too.
Big fan. I know you told me about it.
Oh, did I really?
That's why I watched it. Yeah, big fan. I liked that one a lot.
Glenn Powell.
Is that guy's name?
Yeah. I can't get enough of that guy. Have you watched Everybody Wants Some?
No.
Same director. Glenn Powell also in it. Very different movie. Excellent little flick, though. Yeah, I think you'd like it because of how much you like Staten Island Summer. Different vibe, but similar-ish.
Does that movie still exist?
It's out there somewhere.
I gotta watch it.
It's out there for sure.
Great film.
Dude, the Cecily Strong going through her closet, seeing the "I fucked Tim Allen" T-shirt, that never fails to make me laugh.
I wish I had that T-shirt.
I wonder if we could find it. We could make them.
Yeah,
we'll wear them next episode.
All right, I'm in. I do have to go back to the 4th of July for one reason.
Of course, it always comes back to the 4th.
There's a big. I don't think we've talked about this on the show, but there's a big. There's a hole in many Americans' hearts tomorrow. That is being left by controversy that has struck the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Uh-oh. Lay it down.
Have you heard about this?
Joey Chestnut, he's a no-go?
Joey Chestnut has been banned from the 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating contest. The greatest American athlete of all time is no longer allowed to participate. Now, if that doesn't scream communism, I don't know what does. It's
a tough thing. It's a tough thing, man, because it's sad. It's sad that it's on, and I'm on. I know this sounds like a joke, but I'm being 100% serious. It's sad that this is where we've come as a country, that even the Nathan's hot dog eating, the hot dog eating contest to end all hot dog eating contests, that it is swamped in controversy. Like the one that's our one thing, man. We got one thing that's just for us,
and
they got to come in and be like,
glizzies into their mouth.
Exactly.
And it's because, from the sounds of it, he took on a sponsorship from a non-meat dog.
A veggie dog.
A veggie dog.
I heard about that, yeah.
But he said he wasn't going to, like, promote it or anything at the Nathan's Hot. Like, that day's all about eating Nathan's hot dogs. And he wasn't going to do anything to ruin that. And instead, now they've robbed America, I'll say it again, of seeing their greatest athlete perform on the nation's greatest holiday.
It's pretty fucked up. And if I'm not mistaken, he wins that competition by a pretty good margin, like every year, right?
I think he's doing like his own thing. I think him and what's the other eater?
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. I think him and Kobayashi are squaring off in the ring 1v1.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because Kobayashi, I think, has been out of the game for a minute, so it'd be great for him to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it's pay-per-view. I'd buy it.
Oh, 100%. A pay-per-view. God, that's money well spent.
You think he's been training Kobayashi? Because like if Kobayashi goes out and puts up weak numbers, and Joey Chestnut's slamming 70 dogs.
Oh yeah, he's training without a doubt.
How long is it? Like, I got to do some research.
I want to say 6 minutes.
Joey Chestnut, who would win of the week?
Yeah, it would have been good.
God damn it.
We could still switch literally with either of the other ones if you wanted to. Game time decision.
Nah, we can't do that. Not on the show.
I like it.
Ow. Stuck in my beard.
You got to be careful with these, dude.
Dog eating contest. 10 minutes. So they have 10 minutes.
What are you looking up now?
The record.
Oh.
Joey Chestnut, obviously, was 76 dogs in 10 minutes, dude. 76 dogs in 10 minutes.
See, that's
76 perfectly boiled dogs.
That's inhuman. That guy's an X-Man. That's X-Man numbers.
Because here's the thing about Nathan's hot dogs is I'm anti-boiled dogs through and through unless it's a Nathan's. You're allowed to eat a boiled Nathan's.
I've said it before, but I love talking about it. Listen, I'm a Salen's man through and through.
Mm-hmm. None of that Zweigel's bullshit.
This is such deep, like, Western New York lore. But some of my proudest moments, Matthew, twice it's happened to me. I have been starved. I've been so hungry. One time it was on a boat. I was on a boat, and there was no food, and I hadn't eaten all day. It was like 5 o'clock. Sun's starting to go down. That's not true, but it was late. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so hungry. This other boat pulls up next to us, and the guy whose boat I was on knew this person, so, they
Tie up?
Yeah, they tied up. And he was like, oh, he's got the grill going.
On the boat?
On the boat, yeah. The guy's got the grill going. He's like, oh, I made a bunch of hot dogs. You guys want some hot dogs? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I see
a Zweigel?
That there's Zweigels. And I have to politely decline. And
Did you have to say, I won't eat Zweigels?
Yeah. I'll tell anybody that. I don't
What was there? Was it a Rochester person?
Yeah.
What was their response?
They're like, oh. And I was like, I'm deadly serious. Don't make one of those. Yeah.
Did they take offense?
No, I think they were just goofing around or something. I don't know. But if you want to get angry, then do your own Zweigel's research, because looked it up. The red, they have 2 different colors of hot dogs. It's bullshit. It's a piece of shit. Nathan's hot dogs, I really do love them. I really do love them. The first time I ever had a Nathan's hot dog, I ate 12 that day.
Yeah, at Yankee Stadium.
Yankee Stadium, yeah. We went to a Nathan's hot dog location. Yeah, we went to a Nathan's hot dog location. I was like, this doesn't look like a Salen's. Like, what the heck's going on? Ate one. I was like, holy shit, this is good. Went up to the counter, 2 more. And then that night we went to Yankee Stadium for a baseball game. And I'm like, no way. They sell those hot dogs here? And I just ate 9 of them. Yeah, one per inning. Dude, I was doing the 9 per 9 999 challenge as a child, as a boy. That's why I'm so beers, confident. No beers. That's why I'm so confident in my glizzy eating abilities, because I was starting young. It's in my blood. I got pork in my blood.
12 glizzies is a lot of glizzies.
It really was.
See, I actually don't mind like a ballpark beef dog every once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Like when you're at a sporting event. I don't choose to buy them. But if you're out and about and you come across a ballpark dog, I mean, it hits.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know me. I like going to those events and like just passing the fill in my pockets with them.
Yeah, as many glizzies as you can fit.
Because I think it's a great way. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is handing out hot dogs for all to eat.
They, if you go to a Sabres game, you can get a ballpark dog or a Salins. I think a ballpark dog is $4.50. A Salins is $5.
Yeah, value dog.
Yeah, value dog. And sometimes I have to admit, I'll go value dog.
Sometimes the value dog hits, man. That's something that is really great about this country. As much as we are consumed by consumerism, fucking slam poetry, that shit, we do realize that sometimes the cheaper choice is the better choice, and we can appreciate that. That's one thing we've got going for us. That's my America. That's my American dream. That's my white picket fence. It's full of hot dogs.
Shout out to Elon Musk. Shout out to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out to all of them.
Elon Musk, not American. But he came here.
Yeah.
And that's what this country is built on.
Exactly, Andy.
We did it. Here we go. 4 score, and there it is, folks.
4 score and 3 moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they say?
No. Do you know what it actually is? 4 score and 7 years ago.
Oh.
Our forefathers. I don't even know.
What's that from?
It's the Gettysburg Address, brother.
Oh, fuck.
One of the most famous speeches of all time.
Shout out to Abe.
Yeah, shout out to Abe.
Yeah. That's on me for not knowing that.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. You didn't know the 13 colonies. You got through 5.
I got most of them.
You got through 5 without hints.
No. Yeah. I got at least 7 with no hints. I was never going to get Delaware, and I don't feel bad about that.
You think you had Georgia in the bag?
I bet you I would have gotten Georgia. I said Florida. I would have gotten Georgia. I would have gotten Georgia.
Not a colony.
I know, but I would have gotten Georgia. But I never would have gotten Delaware. That I'll admit. And I don't care either. I'm glad I didn't get Delaware. I still don't want to get Delaware. As far as I'm concerned, there's 49 states in the union right now. Whatever. I take a star off my flag. That's
paint
just
one
me.
Blue.
I paint one. No, because that'd be way too easy. I take a little fucking thing and I unstitch that star off.
What star do you take off?
It depends. It depends on the flag. Because you might not recognize this, but they're in different places. So it depends. Sometimes I'll take a corner star off.
Is it one of the first 13 stars that you take off, though?
No, because if you go from the OG, from the circle, you don't touch those bad boys.
I don't think that's how it went. I think once they got more than 13, they stopped circling.
They started doing the lines?
They started lining it up.
Man, that'd be sick if our flag was still like circles of stars and things like that. That'd be pretty cool. Like 50,
circle.
like, woo. Yeah, but it looked like one of those like magic eye.
50 you get 50 stars in a twisty.
Yeah, you get hypnotized
by the flag. I'm hypnotized by the flag as it is, brother.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right, soldier. Let's see what else.
I sent you. Do you see the new Jaws Lego?
Oh, of course I did.
Did you see it before I sent it?
No, I didn't. But it looks pretty cool. I guess I'll have to get it. But I don't know if I'll have to end up building that one though. I might just grab it and put it in the studio.
Build it.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'll get two.
Like the
Seinfeld. Yeah. But it's funny you say that because I don't really have any. Actually, no, I do have room in my office for that. I have one piece left until my office is complete, and it arrived today. It got delivered today. Darth Vader Legacy lightsaber. I'll spoil the surprise because there's so much more. There's treasures galore in my office, man.
Yeah, you have thingamabobs and whoozamawats aplenty.
Aplenty, brother. I've got.
You have whoozamawats galore.
Yes, I'm absolutely spoiled with riches. But I'll tell you the truth. I have been thinking a lot about, you know, not yet because I don't think it's a smart move, but when I'm gonna sell some of this stuff, some like these bigger
The comics.
Yes, when I'm gonna sell some of these bigger comics.
Yeah, but then
and
you
stuff like
flip
that.
and flop them.
Dude, I do know.
You sell them to buy more.
Yeah, maybe, but some of them, yes. But I'm talking about like the blue chip comics that I have.
Yeah.
Like first appearance of Wolverine.
That's what
and
I mean.
stuff like
If you're going
that.
to sell them, what are you selling them for unless you're going to use the money to buy more blue chips? That's what you do. You trade them out. When you're a collector, man, you sell off your collection to add new pieces, to switch up your collection. But usually the blue chips you hold on to forever.
That's what yeah, that's a thing. So some of them, I don't know. But it depends. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have been thinking about.
Don't sell, man. Don't sell.
selling
Hold.
some of those
Hold.
ones. I mean, they're never going to stop.
They're just going to keep coming
They're
out.
just going to keep. Yeah, exactly. They're only going to gain in value, like those Wolverine ones. I picked up first appearance of Miles Morales recently, which I think is still going to skyrocket. He's Black Spider-Man. Oh, you don't like those Across the Spider-Verse movies very much.
Into the Spider-Verse. Is that the first one?
Yeah. Those are great. Those are great flicks.
I think I put it on once and turned it off because I was like, I don't feel like watching this.
Yeah, they are good though, and people like them. So I think that one's gonna keep.
That one's gonna keep climbing.
I think so. Yeah.
They have a show now, don't they?
No.
I think they have an Into the Spider-Verse TV show.
No. I'm positive. I would know. You think I wouldn't know?
Yeah, I do.
I got to keep track of my investments,
I
brother.
think you're not in the
Okay,
know.
I learned that from the founding fathers.
Yeah. Shout out. Wood teeth and how to collect comic books.
Yeah, that's one of the two true American art forms: jazz and comic books, baby.
And
they both have a rhythm.
how to hide treasures.
I don't know. The British were pretty good at that, and the Spanish were really good at it.
Nah.
Dude, Spanish doubloons?
Dude.
That's what we're here for, man. If you're not living for Spanish doubloons, you're not living at all.
Children were finding Spanish treasure. Mexican, Incan, treasure. There's only one person who's ever found the two treasures of all treasures.
You make an
Cibola?
interesting point. You make a good point. The Spanish did it the most, but
and
not
the
best
British
necessarily.
the British wanted to destroy Cibola.
Yeah, they were always destroying
The
stuff.
South, no, that's not actually true. The South wanted to give the clues to Cibola to the Queen because the Queen was gonna back the South in the Revolutionary War.
Dang. And that's just history. That's just straight up
Queen
historical
Elizabeth
fact.
Queen Elizabeth wanted Cibola to help back the South. And if that would have happened, the North probably would have lost the war and we wouldn't live in this great country that we live in today, Andy.
Yeah.
So God bless America. God bless our troops. Now watch this drive.
I actually just saw that video for the first time recently, and I can't believe it's real. I always thought it was just like a joke kind of thing.
George
But
W.
he went out there and he did it.
Shout out to George W. Now watch this drive.
Another truly American thing that I was thinking about today is the prank call. Were you a prank caller?
Oh, yeah, we were a big prank caller.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, we were a big prank call group. Dude. Yeah, we lived for the prank call. We frequented it. I don't know how they found it, but there was this one guy that our buddy had his number, and I think he sold llamas or something like that. And we used to just call him every time we were together and be like, dude, I want to buy your llamas. And he'd be like, shut the fuck up, stop calling me.
Oh, man.
But the thing about prank calls in the old day, when you could just hit somebody with the *67, people would answer their phones, and you couldn't just block a phone number. You had to go to like Verizon Wireless to like get a phone number blocked. Now you can just block.
Yeah.
One click of a button. Back in the day, you could just keep calling. The most famous prank call of all time, do you know which one I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
The John Cena one. Have you ever?
Oh, yeah, that's from those crank
radio
anchors.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the greatest prank call in the history of prank calls.
That's something that I think is, again, a truly unique.
By the way,
American
John
thing.
Cena, veteran, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
He better be.
Let me see.
If he's wearing his jean shorts like that, he better be. Because I'm not saying he's stolen a lot of valor necessarily, but he has definitely hopped on the bandwagon of.
Oh! Fans often think John Cena was in the military due to the nature of his gimmick, and the answer to the question is John Cena was never in the military. However, he wanted to join the armed forces,
But he was too swole.
before he started his journey of becoming a professional wrestler. Now it is stolen. I'm so anti-John Cena now. Now it is stolen valor.
He's still.
I got no respect.
That's really hard to come back from that. Dude, maybe that's why. Because he's the most. He's done the most Make-A-Wishes out of any single person ever. Do you know that? He's got the record.
How do the kids see him? Stuck that one.
You nailed it.
I nailed
That's a
that
10
one.
out
That
of
was
10 from the
perfect.
judges. Maybe that's why he's doing it.
Why he's doing?
Why he's doing all those Make-A-Wishes.
He's got so
'cause
much stolen valor.
Yeah, he's got to try and like repent for his stolen sins and that sort of thing.
That could be. You can't say I wanted to. No, I wasn't in the military. I wanted to be, but I decided to become a professional wrestler.
Yeah, because most guys who wanted to be in the military and weren't are not.
Professional wrestlers.
No, they're not professional anything.
No, I don't think there's many people that like had a burning passion like I'm going to be in the military that just aren't in the military.
Yeah, but
Because they'll find something for you.
Oh, sure.
Unless you got flat feet. But I think even then now they probably give you the pass.
I don't know if they take the flat footers in now these
Don't
days.
be a flat footer.
If I was in the barracks with a guy with flat feet, I'd be like, "Fuck, we're
Why
done.
are
China's
flat
got
footers
us."
not allowed? Like what's the
I don't know maybe you can't run the right
that
way.
too.
I don't know. I have a friend who genetically his whole line flat feet. So
Why can't people with
He can't
flat
do
feet join the military?
yeah, sound it out.
This view dates back to the Vietnam War when flat feet could mean people could become delisted from army recruitment. For the reason for this is that flat feet cause pain with prolonged standing and running. The good news is this is no longer the case for everyone with flat feet wanting to join the army. So there you go. If you got flat feet, brother, and you thought you couldn't enlist, you heard it here first. Head down to
Jesus.
your local recruiter. You can probably find them on LinkedIn.
We're desperate.
They're out there messaging. Yeah. To let the flat
To let the
feeters
flat
in.
foot the flat foots?
Yeah.
That sounds I might bleep out flat foots.
Yeah.
That sounds racist.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what
Wearing
about
this
it,
I
but-
don't want to be caught wearing this outfit saying
Saying
flat
flat
foot. That might be bad news.
Yeah.
We
Fair
might get in
enough.
trouble for that.
Fair enough. Good tobacco?
It's starting to taste weird.
Well, yeah, because you've just been sucking on a dry pipe for the last...
Hell yeah, brother.
You've been giving that thing
Sucking
the old
you've been
hawk
sucking
to
on Oh, Jesus Christ. She's not. She's
Yes,
not a
I know. I
teacher.
said that.
It's
She's
all
not.
been revealed. It's all been
Yeah, and her
revealed now.
dad's not a preacher either.
Great.
Yeah.
It's crazy that those.
She said her father is the farthest thing from a preacher.
Yeah, that's right,
A
that's
gigolo? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
an American gigolo.
Yeah.
What
was that guy's name? Bob
Oh, Deuce Bigelow.
the American gigolo. Who was that?
Rob Schneider
From what?
from Deuce Bigelow.
The American Gigolo.
Male
That's a
Gigolo.
movie. That's a movie.
I think so. Yeah.
Male Gigolo.
I'm
Deuce
pretty
Bigelow,
sure.
Male Gigolo.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
never
it was.
saw it. There's so many. Rob
So many
Schneider
movies
had
about
like a
gigolos,
run.
I can't even keep.
Oh
I
yeah, I
can't-
know. My list is
Yeah.
Jesus. It's as long as
I've
the
been working my
Declaration
way
of Independence.
through.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do the Who Would Win of the Week?
I would love to. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is. What's his first name?
William?
That's not right.
Yes, it is. Andrew?
No, it's not Andrew either.
Gerald?
I think it's Gerald. Maybe it is William. Yeah, it's William. Okay, here we go.
See, I know my American history.
All
Don't
right.
tell me.
Congrats. I thought his first name was Bathtub. All right, folks. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is President William Taft versus Jabba the Hutt. Just a couple of fatties slapping stomachs until one gives up. Jabba the Hutt, though he is not a president, he's obviously a very powerful man. or Hutt in charge of people. However, let's get this out of the way immediately. Taft, of course, there's the famous story that he was so big that he got stuck in the White House bathtub at least once. Jabba the Hutt, I will say, has really used his fat as like a strength.
Well, I feel like Jabba Hutt can get slimy too. Like Jabba.
Oh, he's a slimy
he's not
man.
Getting stuck in things. Here's the thing, and this took me,
lube himself right out of the bathtub.
Me one quick Google search. It
What?
Well,
I'm gonna look up some stats myself. What do you got?
so it says that
Whoa.
I don't think he ever actually got stuck in the bathtub. That's
Okay,
what I'm
that's
trying
one
to
of
get
those
at.
mess. Okay, fine. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
it says the story, however, apparently doesn't hold water. No documentary evidence backs it up, and according to Brandy Carlson, author of the book Dead Presidents: An American Adventure into the Strange Death and Surviving Afterlives of Our Nation's Leaders, the story didn't arise until 2 decades after Taft left presidency. Carlson says that the sudsy tale first surfaced along with other presidential dirt in a longtime White House usher Ike Hoover's 1934 memoir, 42 Years in the White House. Wait a minute. So we got a guy that was a White House usher saying that that's true, but he also says that the White House did have to get larger bathtubs, but he never got stuck in the previous bathtub.
Damn. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like addressing the problem before it became a problem.
Yes.
That's smart. That's why the guy was president. Now, I've looked up how much did Taft actually weigh. It says between 280 and 325.
That's pretty big.
It's bigger than I thought because I was, people were smaller back then and thinner back then. There was no food, there was no Fruit Loops. People just didn't weigh as much. But Taft, so I was thinking like, oh, he's this big fat guy they're saying back then. But to them, 150 pounds is fucking huge. But that's a big man, even by today's standards. Now, Jabba the Hutt, 3,000 pounds, approximately. Which is quite a bit more. It's about 10 times more than Taft, if we're doing the math here. But, maybe gravity's different on Tatooine. That could play a factor. Jabba the Hutt, now, again, him being like a criminal, a crime boss type guy, he's not used to getting his hands dirty. Even in Return of the Jedi, when Luke's standing right in front of him saying, hey, you and me, let's go, let's see what's happening. Jabba's like, okay, sure, boom, trapdoor, drops him. Even after he captures Luke, he still is like, okay, Sarlacc pit, boom. Jabba the Hutt, he never does his own dirty work. Taft, no matter what, even though he's the president back then, you got to do more than that. I think he was a boxer. I think Taft was a boxer. Everybody was a boxer back then. That's just life on the streets of colonial. This wasn't colonial, but of America at the time. If you wanted to be president, you had to be a boxer. That's the way it went. So I think that he is definitely more prepared to be like, hey, let's get in a round of fisticuffs than Jabba the Hutt would be. Although Jabba the Hutt, because he has lived so lavishly, not scared of anything. Huge hubris guy.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, again, even in the movies, like, does not think that anybody can touch him. He's got a lot of downfalls.
Here's the thing. A couple things. I was looking up some Taft facts. Under Taft's administration, the U.S. bought the first ever, in the world ever military plane from the Wright brothers.
Whoa!
Fun
the Wright
fact.
brothers built a military plane.
And He also designed the Lincoln coin, the penny.
No way.
Taft.
That's hilarious.
Taft created the penny.
That's really funny, actually. Just thinking of him like
Sketching out.
Yeah, sketching things down.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was even military minded, which is something that has come to define this country, that he was so ahead of the game like that. I mean, come on, dude.
Here's the thing, without getting too political.
And that's hard to do whenever you bring up Jabba the Hutt. Whenever you bring up Jabba, it's going to get political.
Back in the day, as a country, you had to be a powerful individual.
Mm-hmm.
You had to show some real toughness.
Yeah,
to be in office.
Chutzpah.
So I have a feeling that Taft was a real nails kind of guy.
Oh, without a doubt, a real rough and tumbler.
Yeah. Eat the fat right off the T-bone because it's roughage. He was gnawing.
Only eats gristle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, gnawing on that gristle.
Although Jabba the Hutt
is gristle.
Damn.
Yeah. And there you go, right there. Listen, as a leader of the United States of America, I can tell you right now, I don't know if Taft was a good president or not. Don't know anything about him other than the two things I just named.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was a good president, then I'm taking Taft all day long. I don't think he was, though.
I'm sure he was fine, but it's a tough thing. Like, but I really, because Jabba's just like this big crazy alien, I was like, okay, he's got a pretty good shot here. But the more we talk it out, I'm like, I feel like it's Taft all the way because Jabba, the Hutts are like a crime family. Like Jabba the Hutt, we see it in his day-to-day life, but even in his childhood, as far as I know, really grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth or, whatever kind of utensils they used. Taft, times just were harder back then. You just had to, like you said, have a little more grit, have a little more toughness to you. So I think that even against this guy,
I'm way out on Taft.
Oh, no. He's a real puss?
Yeah,
oh, man.
Pretty much what I'm reading is that he had a challenging task as president, living up to the legacy of Theodore Roosevelt, who came before him.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But he had very little political experience. He took very little interest in many things. This line even says it was his temperament, moreover, that caused most of his problems as a political leader. He seldom took initiative in legislative matters, and he had very little talent for leadership.
Jesus. So
he tended to ponder at great lengths all sides of a question. In essence, he was not decisive. He sat by quietly, for example, as the Republican-dominated Congress added 847 amendments to his tariff reform package, dashing any hope for real reform.
Jesus.
He typically ate a dozen eggs, a pound of bacon, and mounds of pancakes for breakfast, leaving him feeling sluggish for most of the morning.
So these guys are the same. Literally everything that I have said about Taft thus far is totally wrong.
Yeah, no. And listen, I love America, but I'm taking Jabba the Hutt.
It's really turned me around. Because at the end of the day, knowing now what we know about Taft being sluggish, Jabba the Hutt being a slug, it's literally what I said at the beginning. It's going to be two bellies going at each other, and nobody out-bellies the Hutt.
Yeah, but Jabba Hutt kind of earned his way through the ranks by being a sketchball.
Not really. He kept power through fear and stuff like that, which, again, is a lot more than Taft did.
Yeah, apparently.
So,
doesn't sound like there's a lot of respect out there floating around for Taft, and I am a man of respect, and I respect this country.
Of course.
And I'm taking Jabba the Hutt.
Look at those. Look at those cuffs.
When you have cuffs like this.
Those are respect cuffs.
You deserve respect.
Amen.
With a cuff like that.
Yeah, I got to go Jabba as well. I think he'd absolutely squash him.
Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who would win of the week?
What a terrific 4th of July.
Now watch this drive.
Who would win?
I'm leaking foam.
Yeah, don't. It was on the. It's on that.
Cuff,
yeah, just wipe it.
Foam.
Don't flick it at me. Just what? Matthew!
I'm leaking cough foam.
You've disgraced me, and I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Bang.
All right. Well, that was ungentlemanly of you.
That's how we get shit done around here. I got nothing else, man. I'll tell you what. I've been just pushing through this week, this half week, to get to July 4th. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm ecstatic with excitement. Are you leaving today or leaving tomorrow?
Leaving today.
That's what I thought. I know you said you had
It's gonna be good times.
Get out of here. So, Andy, God bless America.
I'm trying to think of one American song, and they're all
proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man that died and gave their life for me, so I gladly stand up next to you. Andy, I love you.
I love you too. You're not on camera, but that's okay. There you go. Perfect.
7 years ago.
Nice. You nailed it. See? This is a podcast where you learn something. God, I love the way we look.
This might be my daily attire from here on out.
You do look pretty much like the Quaker Oats guy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, we do have some Quaker Oats in us.
We
also have Governor Bennett. What's the guy's name from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Commodore Norrington?
Commodore Norrington.
That's exactly what I thought when I put this shit on.
You got some Commodore Norrington to you.
Elizabeth Swan, pirate. I don't remember what that guy. I can't do that guy's voice, but I can do like a classic
Commodore,
British.
Guess what? We're about to dump all your fucking tea into the harbor.
Yeah, we got some tea to dump,
and then we're going to go have a couple bush lights. Cue the bald eagle, baby. Let's go. Love you, Andy.
Love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.